Hello everybody, this is Lady Shinomurai, and today we're gonna do a little bit of not unboxing but unpackaging. So I ordered from this YouTuber named Madame Macabre. She is an idol of mine and I've known her since 2014 because of her songs, her Five Nights at Freddy's songs. So, and also adding to that, her horror narrations. I always loved horror ever since I was a little girl. I remember my mom spooking me, saying, if you keep watching those ghost videos, you're gonna bring a ghost in your house. And that did not prevent me from watching that. But I was a little freaked out. But I've always loved horror, okay? And my first book was Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. But that's the only book I have. I mean, now I have this one. So, I was a little excited too. So, I already kind of opened it just a little bit, but I wanted to review. So, I'm very sorry if my words seem a little like, or I seem like a little nervous. I don't normally do things like this. And I'm sorry about this mess. Okay, so here we go. And shout out to Madame Macabre. You need to check her out. Okay. They could have bent it. They could have bent it. How dare you all? I'm kidding. It's not their fault. But here we go. This is one of her books that she released. It's called Don't Open the Door, Scary Stories and American Folktales. Katie O'Laughlin. Hopefully I pronounced that right. So, this is her book, and you all need to check it out. If you love horror, this is definitely something you want to get. So, I'm going to be reading on what's on the back here. Excuse me. It was too quiet. Scary stories have been enjoyed by readers young and old for as long as we've been people. Keeping with this tradition, inside this book you'll find 24 short scary stories that are positively bone-chilling. I am very sorry. Yet still appropriate to share with your younger readers. Why should they miss out on the fun? Yeah, why should we? This book consists of a combination of entirely new stories based on your deepest, darkest fears and blood-curdling original retellings of popular urban legends and folk tales. So gather around and lower the lights. It's time for some gold? I said gold. It's because I heard dogs and I got messed up. Sorry, good old-fashioned ghost stories. So, a little info about Madame Macabre, aka Katie O'Laughlin. Also known as Madame Macabre, you guys should know her. She is amazing. Presents her first ever horror anthology. I was gonna say anthology. She is known primarily for her work in the realm online horror. She has narrated hundreds of work of horror on her YouTube channel of the same name. Her works have been published with varying horror anthologies, and she is an accomplished composer of horror-themed music. She has spoken at conventions across the country and has been featured of the Terror Files podcast. So, excuse me, I am very sorry. I've been sick for 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks. So please forgive me. I'm still kind of getting over that. So yes, you guys need to check her out. I mean, please, I beg of you. You need to, because she is the reason why in 2014 or 15 I wanted to do my own videos too of doing ghost stories and stuff, narrating and stuff. I've always been the person to let me just be clear with you. I used to be someone that did not enjoy being the one to speak in class. Okay, like reading the next paragraph or a story or whatever. And I would get super shy. Okay, I mean, I'm still shy. I'm still a shy person. But after I started participating, like reading the next paragraph in the books and stuff, I grew a love for narrating and stuff. And when I was in my high school years, in 2014, I got into Five Nights at Freddy's. And that's when I found out, I am sorry about that, a big truck. That's when I found Madame Macabre. And I'm like, I love her. I love the horror theme that she has, her personality. I mean, I'm not saying she's scary, okay? What I'm saying is, like, everybody has a theme. And with her, she loves horror. And I'm like, I love horror too. So you know what? I'm gonna subscribe to her. And like I said, ever since then, she's been an inspiration to me. She, again, is the reason why I want to, narrate myself too. Or, like, not narrate, because, or actually, yes. Because I've always enjoyed, like, reading to people, especially when it comes to horror stories. I've always loved to do things like that. I was actually, like, when I was 3 years old, my mom told me, or this was when I was younger, I had a thing for acting. I mocked Mulan when she was doing this thing. That, yeah. She told me I was doing that and she wished she recorded me. I'm like, oh, I really wish she did. That way it didn't come across as a lie. And I'm sorry, it's getting a little windy out there. But anyways, yes, like I said, I know I seem a little, like, nervous, but that's because, like, I've never really, and I just hit my microphone, I've never really done things like this. There was actually some videos I made, like, on my old YouTube, 3 videos of or 4 of vlogs, but the wind is getting very strong. Maybe I should close the window, but it's not gonna take that long. But anyways, yes, I had personal experiences with ghosts too. And I mean, I'm not sure if you guys even believe in the paranormal, but I just want to let you know I've had experiences myself too, and I would like to share that with y'all one of these days. But anyways, I just settle down, Wind. You're like you're messing with the camera here. Settle down. And actually listen to me. But okay, as I was saying, yeah, when I was 3 years old, I had a fascination, well, not even a fascination, but I during that age, I loved singing, I loved dancing, expressing, and I loved, writing. I loved horror. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe not at, well, I don't know what year, but I know I was really small when I got into horror. I don't know when, but I know it was very small. I'm sorry. I can only remember so much. But yes, Katie O'Laughlin, she's been an inspiration of mine since 2014, or I think 15. She's the reason why, I want to do videos, talking about my experiences, and, even narrating, because I even had, the thought of doing things like that before I even knew her. Because, like, that's something I enjoy. I love like being able to like open a book and be able to just read. And and of course I'm not gonna just be reading like, but the boy couldn't blind it again. Like boringly. I like to do it with, I guess you can say, expression. But yes, you guys, please buy the book. You need to buy the book, okay? If you love horror, you need to. And if you love Madame Macabre, you buy this book from her, okay? But yes, if you have questions, I know one of them probably being, what inspired you to wanting to create videos, about paranormal and stuff, or like retellings? Videos and retelling ghost stories and stuff because of Madame Macabre. She again is an idol of mine, and I know this probably might sound weird to her, or I'm not trying to, make it sound weird, but she has been an inspiration of mine. Like I said, before I even knew her, I enjoyed reading out loud. I know there was a time when I was like in 3rd grade or 4th, I was like, I don't like. I remember pronouncing New Hampshire as New Hamster, and I was very embarrassed. But after that, that's when I started like, you know what? I enjoy reading. But here's the truth, guys. I had a speech delay, so my speech is not that great, but of course I'm trying to work on that. It's everybody's born differently, and I know it probably doesn't sound like it's delay, but like everybody speaks big words, and I'm here like, what does that mean? And what does that mean? The only words I know is like spectacular and extraordinary and simultaneously, things like that. But other words, my little brother is little, or like 2 years younger than me, and he already knows how to speak big words, and I'm just like but I am not ashamed, but I do want to build up my speech. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Yes, she has been an inspiration of mine, and I know I've already repeated that like God knows how many times. But yes, like I said, that's why I want to do videos like that too. I got inspired by other people too, that like Chills, you need to check him out too if you love horror. Nuke's top 5, I think. Yeah, I love to watch a lot of horror stuff, okay? And that's why I'm saying, I see everybody else doing it. Oh, Slapped Ham, another one. Okay, so far those are the only ones that I know. But yes, like I said, because I had a love for like reading out loud and stuff, even though sometimes I kind of tend to like mess up on some words, but I am not ashamed because everybody goes through that. I'm human. I'm still human. So sorry, I had like a hiccup, but anyways, thank you all. I got distracted by a bird. Thank you all so much for watching. I know this was a little bit long, and it's not something that I had planned. I didn't mean to go on a full documentary about how Madame Macabre inspired me, but I just want her to know, she is an idol of mine. She is important and she is an inspiration to me, and I just want her to know that. And of course, it's not like trying to be creepy or anything. Like, no. But because of her, I want to do videos like that too, where she's narrating stories, in a video format. And you know what I mean, like she's publishing videos of her telling stories, retelling and so on, so on. And back then, I never thought about that. Excuse me. I never thought about that before. I mean, I had been wanting to like read, existing stories and legends, tales, and so on, to people. So, like I said, there was a time that I did 3 videos. It was 3, but it was on experiences I faced, in my life. But yes. So, anyways, if you all love horror stories, you guys need to check her out. She has amazing music too. You need to check her out. She is an amazing person. She released this book, and you need to check it out. Do it for Madame Macabre. Okay. Alright, guys. Well, this is the end of the video now. Like I said, I know I seemed a little like a little nervous. I don't normally do things like this, okay? Or at least it's been a long time, but I'm trying to get out of my comfort shell. Like trying to come out of my shell and just be a little more, sociable, if that makes any sense, because I'm very shy. I mean, I'm always gonna be my shy self, but I still like talking to people. And I know my hair is a little bit messy, okay, it's been a little bit of a rough day, but the book came and it made me happy. So anyways, alright guys, so hopefully there was no confusion along, in this video. I really hope not. I guess to clarify this, Madame Macabre has been, an inspiration to me, to where like I want to create my own videos, like her. Of course, like not necessarily copying, because everybody does that too. There's again like Slapped Ham, who does like top 30, like number 5, the ghost in the basement, like things like that. She does it too. You're not copying. It's one thing if you're like trying to look at her, then yeah, that's beyond like, okay, yeah, no. No. That is straight up creepy. But yes, she's the reason why I want to start doing videos, because again, before I never thought about making, videos like that, like things like that. You know what I mean? Like, retelling horror stories, tales, legends, etc., etc., or even doing like existing paranormal activity, like again, like what Chills does, number 5, number 4, Ghost in Connecticut. I mean, like things like that. I've in that year, in that time in high school, I wanted to do things like that. Sorry, there was like a fly hanging around my window. I'm like, don't you dare come in. So anyways, hopefully that made sense to you all. Once again, I'm very sorry that it seems like a little awkward. Like I said, it's because normally I don't do these things. At least it's been a long time. But hopefully I can start doing things like this. Alright, so this is the end, guys. Once again, if you haven't checked her channel out, she has released a book called Don't Open the Door, okay? Don't open the door. Do you want to open the door? I don't want to open the door. So anyways, alright guys, so this is the end for now, and hopefully I'll start making more videos. That's one other thing I would like to talk about, maybe in another video, updates and so on. Alright, guys, I will put the link down in the description, so you guys need to check her out. Alright, bye.